What is going on, guys? We are back over on AFK Journey. We're taking a look at the Necrodrakon boss battle for the Dream Realm daily boss. I hit my top 5 placement. There are 2 units that I want to cover. They made a world of difference in this boss fight. I want to cover them with you, show you exactly how I was able to clear the hell difficulty and jump to the endless mode. So smack the sub button. Thank you for being here. We're going to jump right into the footage. Wanted to try out a new format for these videos. I'm going to be having just the gameplay going. I'm going to be giving tips on it as it happens with kind of the boss mechanics up on the screen. So let me know down below if you like this format. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep adjusting so you as the viewer have the best experience when kind of seeing how these boss runs work. But enough of that. We're going to take a look at the footage. We're going to start the run. I am running Marley. I am running Vala, Odie, Kruger, and Coco. And the reason it being, you just saw right there, I am going to kind of pause and show it. So the boss does this like AoE attack, and you just saw Vala and Marley jump out of it. So movement, displacement is key in this fight. Odie and Coco and Kruger really don't move, but the key is that you need at least some kind of movement so everybody doesn't just get melted down. Continue it here so you can see what's happening. Kruger is going to reduce the defense, and this is going to allow Marley, who is dealing true damage because she is at Mythic Plus. Vala has that displacement ability. Odie has ridiculous DOT poison damage, and this is going to allow just the characters to pump like crazy. You'll notice that huge blue shield. Right now it's above Odie and Coco. That is coming from Coco. Coco, when you upgrade her weapon, the shield gets huge. I am going to show you where these stats are coming from. So this is kind of all what blended together to allow me to kill this boss on epic difficulty and hell difficulty, and then move into the endless mode, which I'm at now. So you'll see their HP does go down. The artifact is triggering. It is healing the team. And if you look at that massive, massive blue shield, Coco, the importance of Coco is so big. I mean, for me, this is the way I was able to beat this. I just couldn't find luck with other units. I didn't have good investment and stuff, so it just, that double shield from Coco's weapon is just, it's insane. Because it allows them to survive, it allows them to keep doing damage, because normally Odie, who was unable to move, he will get debuffed. He can't normally do that, and Coco allows him to stay in the fight. And then he does have an execute, so Odie gets an execute at a certain point, being raised and ascended upwards. You'll see the boss drop down, and then right at the end there, Odie just executed the boss, and it's over, and you can keep going. So that's why I wanted to try so hard to kind of keep Odie there. But with Vala and Marley moving around, I mean, right here, you can see the damage that Vala and Marley doing. They are pretty much the whole team. Odie is doing some damage, but that little bit of execute, that little just percentage of the health bar where that executed the boss, I was getting stuck there. I'd get the boss down. It was just so ridiculous. I'd end the run with like 98% HP cleared, and it would just kill all my stuff. Nothing was moving, so I put some time into Marley to get her up there. I put some time into Vala to get her up as well, and then now Odie is there. The biggest change was Coco. Kruger is reducing the defense. It is allowing them to do that DPS at the high point, but Coco was the key to them surviving with that massive blue shield. It's insane, guys. So if you were trying to find a team, if you do have access to these units, this is a way to kind of make it to that endless difficulty. The run is just going to replay here as I talk about it. It is something that took a little bit of trial and error. I was trying Thorin. I was trying to maybe have Smokey. I know a lot of times I would just put Smokey and Coco together. They were dying at the same time. And I thought, well, if they're dying at the same time, if they're barely surviving, if I just replace Smokey with Odie, get more DPS going, then it could kind of turn out into being a better run. And lo and behold, it did lead to a successful victory against that hell difficulty. So now I'm in Endless. Endless is a lot harder. I'm still in that top 5 spot, but I'm just seeing this drastic gap between the top 4 players and myself. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere higher than top 5 with this for the time being, but I'm very happy with where it's at. This is something that is doable if you don't have all these units. Units like Leica. Leica can reduce defense if you don't have a Kruger. If you need shielding, you can still use Coco. It's just if she's not awoken, she won't give you that huge, massive shield, which allowed me to kind of sneak by and kill this boss. It is still possible without that. You can use units like Corrin, can even use Temesia. That's a tank that's going to move around. Thorin just sits there and just starts taking the mire damage from the boss, and then he just falls over eventually, but he does res himself. Sometimes it's still not enough. Any units with displacement, even Rowan helped me get through sometimes. Just really looking at the units that you have available to you here. I mean, you have Rowan can move around with his little cart. as he goes and he just heals up everybody's energy bar, and sometimes he does drop the potion. If you have him leveled up, the potions heal here and there. Don't look at him as like a healing unit, but he can kind of displace himself sometimes as he runs around. As stated earlier, Timisia can just run around. If you have investment in Timisia, she's also amazing. I mean, she can tank and move, so the boss will put down that AoE mire and she can really kind of dodge and get out of it. So I found that pretty helpful. Like I said, if you don't have Kruger, Leica can reduce defense as well. Sometimes Leica does get one shot, so you got to be really careful if she doesn't have high investment. And looking at how I have my team laid out, it doesn't have to be at this scale. I want you guys to look at these teams as a way, if you have them even lower level, and use it at the difficulty you're at, and then progress upwards from there. Try to just clear whatever difficulty you can, because the rewards in this mode are worth it. Just if you do have the awakening material and you're trying to beat this boss, it's like a goal for you. You want to clear it. This is the plus 10 equipment that Coco is rocking. She does gain that extra shield when casting her ulti. She does give extra resilience by the effect. I mean, this extra shield is insane. You guys saw it. You saw that huge blue increase. It was taking up almost their whole HP bar at one point, and it was allowing, after the boss puts down that mire attack and when he's attacking the healthiest opponents and he kind of does that big smack afterwards, this shield allowed my DPS to stay alive and keep up the damage, which let me clear the fight. So Coco is the MVP here. Coco, and then Marley. Marley is insane when reaching Mythic Plus. Reason being, you go take a look at her skills. Right here, you do get access to this skill, Battlefield Learning. This is going to give Marley an attack increase when allies cast an ultimate, and then her normal attacks deal true damage after reaching max stacks. And that, paired with Kruger, reducing that defense, it's just, your other units are going to go crazy with the reduced defense by Kruger. You're going to have the true damage from Marley. You have the poison from Odie. Even Vala deals true damage with her skill. When you take a look at the ult here, when she switches to the Sky Blaster mode, damage stuns enemies, or she switches to sword mode, which deals massive true damage. And you'll watch her kind of dart around and then end up in front of the boss, hitting it for true damage. And with that defense reduction, and Odie in the background with his poison stacks, he does, when hitting that Mythic Plus, get an execute. His Mythic Plus skill, Heart Crusher, Odie immediately defeats a poison target when their HP is too low. So if you're getting that boss right there, you just can't beat it, and you do have a Mythic Plus Odie, he will execute it. You guys saw it in the clip. The boss got down to that last HP bar, down to a certain percentage, and then he's just gone. So Odie is a champion later into the game with investment. This unit does so much in so many different areas of the game. Just cleared AFK stage 1000, and 999 was insanely hard. And this man right here was the last one standing in that whole battle. I tried so many different teams. I'm going to post a video talking about the AFK stages and just kind of my top 5 units. This man's up there. It's crazy how good Odie is. So I do hope you guys are able to kind of put a team together to clear this boss. I do think it is possible at any stage. I did get up to epic before even hitting the hell mode. I got there without any units that were moving. I just had like Thorin, Coco, Smokey. I was just tanking, doing damage, healing, just trying to survive as long as I could before the mechanics caught up and wiped my team. So you have a team that has the ability to displace itself, a team that has the ability to kind of have life drain, heal, sustain. You don't have to focus on the healers themselves and just kind of focus more on trying to deal as much damage as possible. Have that healing artifact running in the background, just cycling you back up. It can be a game changer. I hope you guys can clear it. Let me know what you guys thought of this format, of just how I kind of covered this boss. I want to try to get these videos in a way that you guys prefer them the most. So thank you again for stopping by. Smack the sub button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.